Greetings from the NorthOps studios in Reading and welcome to your Fire Weather webcast. It's August 16th and I'm your host, Jeff Tonkin. Thunderstorm activity was high again yesterday afternoon and early evening across NorthOps with nearly 900 strikes recorded. Most of the strikes occurred across the western PSAs. Strong outflow boundaries were also observed over stronger cells along the Highway 96 corridor in Siskiyou County. Preliminary precipitation reports shown here on the right shows generally light amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch across most areas, with only the core seeing higher amounts. Even the core amounts were less than 1/4 inch, except for areas along the Sierra Crest. Looking at this morning's water vapor imagery shows a stubborn low pressure circulation that has shifted further west, now well off the coast of the Bay Area. This feature continues to rotate moisture north and westward across most of the state, impacting NorthOps with a continued threat of thunderstorms each day. This morning's shortwave IR imagery shows multiple hotspots from lightning ignitions over the last 48 hours across Siskiyou County, Trinity County, Humboldt, and Del Norte counties. Looking at this morning's visible imagery shows plenty of residual cumulus and thunderstorm debris clouds from yesterday's activity across much of the state, while lightning activity is currently being depicted around the core of the upper low over the eastern Pacific. Looping the 500 millibar level forcing charts today through Friday shows the current low pressure system centered off the Bay Area coast. Then the ridge of high pressure weakens across the north and Pacific Northwest as troughiness begins to dig down toward Northern California. This pattern still supports thunderstorm activity for the North State, but also yields cooler temperatures and more moist conditions as onshore flow begins to increase. Reviewing the 500 millibar Fannel forecast charts for the extended period shows general low pressure over the California area and northward. The feature to key in on now is the tropical storm off the southern Baja coast. Sunday through Tuesday shows general troughiness over the NorthOps region, while the tropical storm heads north toward the San Diego coast, then migrates westward. Looking at the continued thunderstorm threat, high-resolution reflectivity forecasts show isolated coverage of storms mainly over the Sierra Siskiyou areas, but coverage also expanding eastward over the northeast for this afternoon, shown here. Looping tonight's forecasts show potential for nocturnal thunderstorm activity as bands of showers and potential thunderstorms occurring across the west slopes of the Sierra during the early evening hours intensify while moving northwestward late tonight into early Thursday morning. Isolated coverage continues through tomorrow afternoon, shown here. Stronger storms are depicted over the Yola-Boles and eastern Modoc County. For Friday afternoon, GACC precipitation charts show less intensity, but still plenty of thunderstorm coverage across the Sierra Crest around Tahoe, while isolated coverage persists around the northwest, north, and northeast mountains. Early morning wind and RH charts suggest very light winds across most areas, but RH recoveries were poor to very poor, with values over all areas ranging from 20 to 35%, except the very near coast and Bay Area. For this afternoon, generally light west or upslope up canyon winds can be expected, with locally stronger outflow boundaries depicted across Trinity, Siskiyou, and Lassen counties. While this afternoon RHs will once again be quite low, ranging from 10 to 20% across most areas, with pockets of single digits. For Thursday afternoon, westerlies increase over a broader area with stronger outflow boundaries coming off the Trinity Alps region, Siskiyou and Modoc Plateau. RH values begin to moderate on Thursday as min RH shown here increase by 10 to 20% overall compared to Wednesday. Looping precipitation charts from the GFS for Sunday through Tuesday shows abundant rainfall across Southern California, while the Northeast and Sierra see less but consistent rain each day during that period. This rain is associated with tropical storm discussed in earlier slides. Reviewing the NorthOps 7-day fire potential product shows the threat of thunderstorms continues across most inland areas through Thursday. Isolated storms are still expected Friday and Saturday, but intensity and coverage diminishes for a lower risk of large fire. Low risk begins to return to most areas during the weekend and early next week as the thunderstorm threat wanes and cooler onshore flow prevails. Reviewing the SouthOps 7-day product shows a general quiet pattern as fuel moisture remains high from recent shower activity. Also shown is little to no risk for Monday and Tuesday as moderate to heavy shower activity is expected with the potential of a strong influx of tropical moisture across that region. Summarizing the fire weather webcast highlights for today, the very active thunderstorm pattern will continue across NorthOps for at least another few days while favorable areas remain across the north and northwest mountains, but will also begin to include the northeast PSAs. Thunderstorm activity should begin to diminish on Saturday, while more focused over the eastern PSAs. Today we'll see similar coverage as yesterday favoring the northwest mountains and Siskiyou area, with a little more coverage across Modoc and the far northeast. Additionally, nocturnal activity looks favorable again tonight into Thursday morning, although not quite as robust as Monday night. Thursday is shaping up to be another big strike day across all areas. However, these storms appear to be mixed a little bit more with rain than the previous days. Wind forecasts show locally stronger outflow around eastern Trinity County, Siskiyou, and Lassen, where stronger storms may be located. High pressure continues to weaken across the north as trough of low pressure begins to move south toward the north coast. Very dry RH values will begin to moderate tomorrow, while temperatures return to near normal by Friday. Moderate shower activity associated with a band of heavier tropical moisture moving north is looking likely for the Sierra and Northeast PSAs Sunday into Monday. This concludes the Fire Weather Webcast.